What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Captain Deadwake here, your blue-collar captain. I've got something fun to kind of talk about today. So, yeah, we don't have the Ironclad yet, but I happened to find an abandoned player Polaris outside of Corel 1 that was completely red. It was wrecked. Doors wide open. So I let out my inner Jawa. I grabbed it. I got it fixed. I loaded up with a bunch of ships, and I headed out to the Halo. I will hop in the seat just to show you guys. This is my video explaining how I plan to basically live in my Ironclad when I finally get it, in places like this. This is the Polaris, by the way. Beautiful ship. Never really had one to myself. I've found a couple of abandoned Idris out there, and that's also fun to do this with. But it's my first time getting to really bond with this ship myself, on my own, not being somebody else's. It feels a little different when you sort of take ownership of one of these. Granted, this is temporary because this is not mine. So I found my way back out to one of my favorite mining spots between Corel 1 and Arcal 3 out in Aaron's Halo. This is one of the regions in Stanton that I've spent the most time in, and I can't wait to get the extra rings and nicks. I think we have the Kager belt and the inner belt that are going to be on either side of the Glacium ring out there, so I probably will be doing this in nicks. But the idea is being out here and being able to take advantage of this open area, having a mothership like this, that since we're off the beaten path, nowhere where anybody's going to find us, you can crack the doors open and set up shop to really get some work done. Now in the hangar bay here, we've got quite the party. Do the little reveal for you guys. Being able to cram this many ships into the Polaris's hangar gives me high hopes for the Ironclad, because this is basically what I intend to do. I have got a Golem mining vessel here. I've got the Golem Ox. I've got my P-72 Archimedes and my L-22 Wolf, and then one ship that's sort of acting up is my Salvation down there. I put it down in there because you can fit like 2, 3, maybe 4 of them in the cargo area, because I wanted to be able to see having like a salvage vessel on top of a mining vessel, a fighter, and a transport carrier. This is sort of the combo that I want to do. So this video is not going to be too long. It's just going to be an example of what it would be like to live out of a ship like this out in the Halo, like me, you know, a little bit of belter life. I haven't figured out exactly how to like make it to where I can unlock these doors so they don't lock me out. These doors seem to not be a problem. They open and close for me just fine. Hangar doors and airlocks are still an issue since this isn't my ship. But yeah, check out, well, these ships have suddenly had their engines turned on, which is weird. I had them all powered down. I don't know why they're suddenly active. It's strange. But yeah, we've not got the best parking job here, but I was trying to see, like, how could I do this? How can I fit these ships in? We got our rough and tumble Drakes, and then we've got our sleek and sexy Krugers between the L-22 and the Archimedes, the P-72 here with the full Mantis build. But yeah, we've got this thing pretty much packed to the brim. I moved these ships to make it to where I could get in and out of each of them. You can see how much space we have here between the guns and the other vessels, on where the nose of the L-22 comes up pretty close to the Golem, and then the Ox fits back here pretty well. So I am really excited for what this is going to mean for the Ironclad, since it's going to have that big top roof door and that forward ramp. I think we'll be able to get even more in there, but ideally being able to have plenty of room for cargo as well, which in the Polaris we do down below, which is nice. What I'm going to do is take my Golem here, head back to Corel 1 and grab some mining bags, bring them back to the Polaris, and then take the Golem out, scan some rocks. If we come across any derelict ships out there, I can hop in the Salvation, do some scraping, got plenty of places to store stuff, and if there is any weirdness, any dangers, we've got a couple of awesome fighters that can help defend any threats, plus the PDCs on the Polaris. So that is the dream. Well, what do you guys think? What are your ideas for living out of a true mothership like this, out of something like the Ironclad? I would love to know in the comments down below. Yeah, I've definitely landed the Salvation in this ship before without this issue. This has been happening all day. I don't really know what is going on here. Maybe it's a bug with this particular Polaris or the Salvation. My other ships are fine. I might throw this outside, claim my Salvation, and see if I can rectify the problem. So I went down to the refinery and I picked up a bunch of Drake ore bags, about 10, and I think I can only carry 4 at a time, but that's totally fine because that means I have got another 2 Drake loads of mining material that I'd be able to salvage from out in the belt. And I can always use my Golem Ox to take them back in to get them refined, which is kind of that Drake synergy that I look forward to with the Ironclad. And one of the reasons I am so glad that they made this Golem Ox. It's going to be awesome. Especially since you can just park it, you know, right on the Ironclad versus taking out a bigger ship and going back and forth, which you could do as well. But this is more than adequate, man. It is awesome. And I still see all of our ship icons out there kind of all mushed together. So hopefully that stays. I know some of y'all have had issues with your mothership disappearing. That is a real risk. Maybe with the bigger ships, having multiple ships on board, it might help prevent the loss of those vessels. I guess we'll see in time. Again, guys, hit me up in the comments below with what you like to do in your Idris or Polaris or C2, other big ships, the Carrack. I'd love to hear about it. Back home to the belt, man. I don't think that I'm ever really going to touch my foot back on solid ground after this, meaning like planets. Probably just going to live in space, man. That real belter life. That's what I've dreamed about forever. And there is our temporary home in space. Now, what would be awesome in the future is if you had the ability to call your own ship's doors to open from other ships. I would love that. God, that'd be incredible. And this is one of the cool things about the Golem. I don't even have to hop out. This is one of the useful tractor beams. If you saw my critique of the Hermes, you saw me kind of dogging on the ship's tractor beam a bit, because this is actually one of the tractor beams that I really like. The Nomad, the Golem Ox, the Connie Taurus, the Prowler Utility, and the Raft, of course. They are all actually really good. But there we go. There's our offload of the pods into the cargo bay. We'll retract that turret, remove our parking brake, go land this thing, hop into the other Golem, and get to work. I think I might shuffle some of these ships around a little bit. Now that is a better organized hangar. We got our Ox, our mining Golem, we got our Snub tucked in over there, and we got our Wolf right here. The Salvation is still kind of being a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. It's probably just a bug in the server, bug with the ship. Who knows? But yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing now. Wow. The asteroid belt's a lot denser than it used to be. Signatures are different, but I bet it's just a 4 instead of a 1. So, yeah, 1720. This should be, I believe, an S-type. Yep, there it is. Cool, so just put a 4 instead of the 1, and you're fine on your signatures. They're the same as they were before. A trick that you can use to expand your ship's signature so you can see it from farther away too if you're worried about that, especially out here in the belt where you're safe, the likelihood of a player finding you is nil. You can go into nav mode and maximize your energy output, increasing your signature so that you will pop up on radar sooner. Now here we are back at our mothership. Gonna toss these bags in here, grab some new ones. Probably best to set this away from the empty stuff just so we don't confuse it. Here we go, bag swapped, time to get back to work. Very stable. Beautiful. Then I bet copper is going to be part of crafting as well. So again, I'm taking it all, man. I'm stashing up on stuff. Here we go. Look at that. I put my crosshair right where I remembered before, kind of right in that little groove. Didn't have to go third person at all for that landing. Right, here comes the last Drake bag. Here we go. Pull in our selfie stick. Get out of here. Pop into our hangar. Drop these bags. That's a good day of working out in the belt. And there we have it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just a little tidbit of what it would be like to live on a ship of that size, and even going down a little bit in total size, talking about the Ironclad, but even more industrial use. I can't wait, man. I'm looking forward to being able to work out longer and be able to transport my stuff back to these refineries, you know, stay out on the float. Again, let me know what you guys think of the video and your plans down below. Future live streams will probably have me doing this sort of thing more, especially once the Ironclad is out. Aside from that, I don't have any other big ships, really, just the C2. as far as a ship that can do the whole Mothership combo thing. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning into the video. I will catch you in the next one.